Welcome everyone, I'm Tim and this is the controller. Thanks for clicking on Fallout 4. You only live once. Last time we tracked down the final RoboBrain to the Fort Hagen Satellite Array, took out a few Rust Devils and a couple robots that were dotted around outside. Today we are going to venture on in and hopefully we are able to avoid the majority of damage dealt, as there will be plenty of robots and plenty of raiders waiting inside. Currently we are built back up to the 35% damage increase with our adrenaline. Hopefully that will be enough to take care of business. And if you've been enjoying this content, please hit that like and subscribe button, as it'd be greatly appreciated. But with that, let's jump into it. We have to find the last RoboBrain. Now this one we actually won't be taking out, as we'll end up having to save it, as it will have some crucial information to where the mechanist is located. Thankfully we are at full crits. And once we get a little bit closer, we will redo our drugs to increase our damage output just a little bit more. Says 95%, not sure about that, but I can shoot through here, which also means they can shoot through here.
Turn up, you're dead.
Footsteps are very close.
Scared, huh?
Well, I think now is a good time to hit. Oh, and of course picked up weakness. That is always a downside of doing the drugs. You roll the dice for sickness. Two down. Good start. That psycho is doing some good work getting me so I can one-shot everything. Now I will be doing this all in one shot. I will try to have limited editing in this round, since this will be a pretty good sequence of events. Probably won't have to cut out a whole lot. Oh, there's a legendary right there. He will explode. Just back off.
Warning. Dangerous fugitive is on the loose. Do not attempt to apprehend.
With that legendary exploding, there's a decent chance that it caused damage to some others. Legendaries are always the most dangerous. Very worthwhile to
Fugitive has evaded
critical them.
pursuit. Law enforcement authorities now have primary responsibility for apprehension.
Yeah, that Protectron Devil just got a little knock from the explosion. Two crits in the bank. Do have to pay attention to up above too.
When you turn up, you're dead. Chicken shit.
Sounded like a human and a turret. Little peckish, no big deal. And tired already. Just missed the movement over there. Being a little quieter this time because I want to hear where the enemies are coming from. If they end up walking across up there and seeing me, that is where I will end up taking damage. So one more turret. Since I'm hungry, probably should just eat up a little bit. Keep that action bar looking good. There's the turret. And that seems like that was the end of it for the area. Ooh, I saw bats enhanced and it's like, oh, nice, but it's a pool cue. So, quite worthless. And got a bajillion of the Mr. Handy Front Warmonger spiked plates. Psycho has worn off. Now, from my understanding, since I have recently gotten sick, the likelihood of getting even sicker is very low. As once you get a disease, it usually doesn't roll the dice on you a whole lot more. So once you get back up to where the get to seeing more enemies, should be able to just take another psycho and be good at that point. Let's take a quick look around in these side rooms. Can be some good loot in here. Anytime you're in a military establishment, normally there is that is a lot of rad barrels. If I stay along this wall, I might be okay. Normally they don't put radiation right at where terminals are, otherwise you can't use the terminal. There's Ahab. Could have sworn that there was a little bit more around here to deal with prior to having to take him on. This should get me the last crit, so I have 3 in the bank now. Whew, this part. Gotta figure out my plan of attack. Definitely hit the drugs back up. Just kind of stalling a little bit because I really don't want to take on Ahab. Okay, so speak to Jezebel. That is a thing. Now, as soon as I talk to Jezebel and get it opened up, Ahab will automatically kick in and he will be out for blood. So to combat him, I have to figure out where I want to run away to, because I will not be able to take him on. Now, the bad thing is I really don't have many mines left. But we will lay down what we can. Oh, wow. That is very poor planning. Okay, so that's going to be doing 187 with the Lucky. I'll get off a lot of shots. Do double damage with my criticals. I think that's I'll be critting him like crazy, so I think I'll probably want that over top of the plasma. And probably set plasma grenades so I can do as much damage as possible. This is where things begin to get a little bit more interesting. Hello, Jezebel. So now that I've talked to Jezebel, I have to take Jezebel and basically hightail it out of here, which there will be a ton more Rust Devils and robots to also deal with. The main problem right there is Ahab. Once I take Jezebel, he will activate, and my mines will not take him out. So this is where things will start to get interesting. We'll hit up the Buff Tats and the Psycho once again. And basically, now we're gonna have to just really cross our fingers. We are locked in here now with him. Oh. Okay.
Droid Ahab. Well, come on. Let's not wait around for more horrifying monstrosities.
Alright. I actually did more damage on Ahab than I thought I might. Which is nice. But now we get to
Watch
deal
the
with...
tripwires. I'd rather keep myself intact today, thank you.
I shouldn't trip these tripwires, but
Only a fucking
really don't want to
coward hides.
chance it either. Ahab went a lot smoother than I was expecting.
Oh, I know you're here. I'll find you.
But we are definitely not out of the woods.
Search complete. No hostiles detected. Standing down.
I can get a shot through one of these windows. Nope.
Shit's gonna ambush all over it.
You really are taking the path of most resistance here, aren't you?
Yes, Jezebel, I am. Ooh, legendary. Doesn't actually seem too hard. Okay, he is down. Gotta remember to loot his corpse. Ooh, Assaultron. Assaultrons have the death ray, which will do massive work on you. That wrecker will come around the corner real soon here. 71, 95. Uh-oh. Crap, crap, crap. That's where I'm gonna run into issues.
Attention. Fugitive should be and dangerous.
Focus, Yolanda, focus. Oh.
Attempted escape is only making
15
things
damage.
worse for you.
Just 15 damage, though. Still in danger. Says I'm in danger.
Lawful use of deadly force is in
One nice thing about
progress. Citizens
Protectrons
are
are they
to
are slow
the
moving.
area.
Easy to run away from. They can shell out some damage though yet too. Caution seems to go nice and close. Yep, there we go.
When you turn up, you're dead.
Another machine gun. There's the Protectron. Those headshots do not cut it. he's shooting at me. Still got 2 crits. Okay, hidden. I think he was blind firing through a wall. I think this room is looking fairly clear. Ah, it's another combat armor left arm, but it's always left arm. Now that's curious because it's troubleshooters. Let's actually take a little bit closer look at that. So right now on our left arm, what are we running with? This is 11 and 11. Ooh, VATS enhanced. 10% reduction in action points. But we are amongst a ton of robots right now. We'll give up the 10% right now just for a little bit more damage reduction from robots. This is actually a really good piece for the DLC. And it's actually a fitting drop for a legendary. That doesn't always happen. Get some delicious food for selling. Ooh, military ammo bag. That is ballistic fiber. At this point, I am doing the full 50% bonus damage plus the psycho that I have coursing through my veins, which right on cue. That always happens. Drop that off. No longer have the psycho. And as we are now back to hidden, can switch back over to my silenced weapon. Bunch more tripwires. Again, I don't think I can set them off, but no sense of trying to set them off, as it's a little bit of XP, and it has some laser tripwires. Having the fiber optics and crystal are a couple of the little bit less common components. It's never a bad idea to just disarm the totem poles either. Just keep working our way. That's poor. Oh, not hard enough. Just keep checking these desks. And desk fan is nice. At some point there will be more to grab in terms of skill. At least I would assume so. Turrets usually have decent ammo on them. Pick that up. And the buff tats are worn out. I just have to figure out exactly which way I am supposed to go. I thought this was the correct direction. But I guess I could easily be wrong. Check the local map. That did virtually nothing for me. This terminal looks promising. As I said earlier on in the DLC, I actually don't have that much experience with it. I ended the lockdown, so that's a good thing. The real question is, where exactly do I go? If I find it soon, well, then you'll just be done with me. Well, not done with me, then I won't have to edit things out. But if I'm not finding it soon, I have to wander around a little bit, I will edit that on out. So it turns out I walked right past the door, I went back around up there, but here is a nice easy security door I can deal with. Oops. Dangling grenades. Very nice. Did pick up to overtired
Based
now.
on my limited experience with you, I estimate a 65% chance of making it out of here.
Thank you,
Not
Jessica.
optimal. An increase in effort could have an impact on the odds.
This is looking a lot better. It appears as though the brackets are shifting pretty good again. We'll just hit up the Psycho as getting a little low on the water.
This is the one that ripped my head off. I demand we rip her head off. It's only fair.
It is only fair. This is the one that ripped your head off. Where are they? There's Ivy. Knew he was in. Oh! Holy smokes.
Would have killed her myself.
I didn't think the Assaultron was there. I was just gonna say, I knew Ivy was in power armor right here, but normally they're on patrol. I am so thankful I had an extra crit, because otherwise this Assaultron would have just murdered me right there. Oh man. Okay. So anyways, we have getting a little low on carry capacity. This does have some like you have the Tesla rifle here, and you got the Tesla left arm, these are considered legendary. But I am not going to have the carry capacity to take that. I will take the Tesla rifle just because that'll probably be one of my first things to drop, as honestly it's not all that good. That Assaultron, holy smokes, that scared me so bad. Thankfully it was just the two of them, because if there was another one, it would have been all over. But yeah, normally patrol, like even back here, and you can crit them from afar. I had to be right on top of them. Just keep making my way through. And this another legendary salvaged Assaultron head. This is pretty much worthless. I'm not even gonna bother taking it because it irradiates the user, and yeah, it's just does nothing really. So as we are over capacity, do a little bit of inventory management here. Primarily, we can put that Assaultron head back. It's kind of a gimmick weapon. It's quite powerful, but it definitely does irradiate you. And as I am low on carry capacity, I don't want to have to constantly be worried about it. This Tesla rifle, I'm pretty sure can't get converted over to a pistol. I might have to check the wiki on that a little later on, and if so, I can always come back and grab it. But having 12 spare capacity, that is good enough. And here's where we first came in. There was that locked terminal there for just the easy Skyrim exit going back up. Now, I am actually quite surprised at how well this DLC has gone so far, as these RoboBrains have actually been fairly easy to address, either fighting from afar or just knowing
Thank goodness we are out of that hole. Don't
or
think
just
your
knowing
job is
where
done.
roughly
I
the
refuse
enemies
to
are
cooperate
located
until you
and taking
provide a
it
body
easy.
that meets my
And
standards.
drugs. Abusing drugs works really, really well. But, oh, beautiful view again. Abusing the drugs sure helps out. And, yeah, this DLC has gone fairly well so far. I was a little hesitant about actually going after it once I accidentally kicked it off, but I'm feeling decent about it now. However, the hardest part is yet to come, and that is, in fact, dealing with the Mechanist themselves. Now, that will be a whole new can of worms that have to deal with, as in that building there are gobs and gobs of robots. But as I just picked up my second piece of troubleshooters, and that will be very handy because there are 0 human enemies that I'll be facing. It will in fact be all robots. So automatically right off the bat, taking 30% less damage from any robots will be huge for this DLC, which has actually lucked out quite well. Now should be able to make our way back to Ada, basically the exact same way we went, going past Forest Marsh from the last episode. Ooh, red steg dough. I'm actually getting a little low on that red steg meat, which that added carry capacity actually works out really, really well. Oh, and they aren't actually going to be chasing me, are they? We'll let one go. We'll take the meat. Happens to me all the time. Now I completely lost train of thought. But yeah, just go back the same way that went in the last episode of going past Forest Marsh and hitting back up to Hangman's Alley. back into danger, though. I'm cutting across some unfamiliar ground as I'm just walking straight back. Should be a little concerned on that. Probably should check the map. Yeah, so I still have the map marker on for Forest Grove. We'll be able to head that way and be good to go from there. Yeah, just coming back up to Forest Grove, there's a couple ghouls doing a fun little dance. And coming my way. And one happens to be a legendary. And able to get a secondary crit build back up. That's actually what I was hoping for earlier when I came to the Forest Grove Marsh. Paintbrush. I don't need a paintbrush to get some legendaries. Okay, so the stalkers. The radium rifle is kind of nice. Obviously, it's a rifle. I won't be able to use it. The stalkers isn't very good though, but as far as a ranged weapon, the increase in VATS, if you are doing it from afar, the added VATS accuracy is good, even with costing more action points. So that's not the worst thing in the world. And I'm over capacity again. Just by a little. As I just picked up the extra rad steak, can just eat that one up. I'll be able to carry no problem back to Hangman's Alley. Coming back up to Chaos Junction here. I kind of came sprinting in. Some basic settlers here, but I am hearing what sounds like a railway rifle, which is sometimes a robot. Other times that's just a really good gun. Ah, swarm bot. Almost dead swarm bot. Settler will stand no chance. Really don't like robots right in my neck of the woods. Where'd that robot go? The Savant even went. I feel good about that. Just protected a little bit of the few settlers. And they had taken out iBot earlier. Good work. Now we are nice and close to Hangman's Alley. Shouldn't be any more issues. Basically just sprint the rest of the way on back. Now if I do run into issues, I won't have any action points, but that will be alright. Hello everyone. How are you doing this fine day?
Crop's
Ada,
coming in pretty good.
what are you doing back there? Hangman's Alley this must be the cool hangout spot. Hangman's Alley really does
Here you
not
go,
have
Ada.
that much
The
room.
final radar beacon. I'll need that head back when you're done.
Of course.
Now that talk to Ada, Jezebel wants a body. So,
Wow.
Very interesting.
That doesn't look half bad.
Let's just build a basic automatron. And thought there was a special one for Jezebel. By attaching, yes, just had to click on it. So just have to add in Jezebel's head and just do a real basic automatron, and automatron 708 will do just fine. Oh, that Jezebel has body. Now we just need to talk to her one more time. There we go. Completed headhunting. Another 436. So basically Jezebel just said that we need a device to get into the Mechanist lair. And also that they are just following out the Mechanist order of cleansing or helping the Commonwealth. And according to robot logic, that is just killing off all humans. That's the easiest way to help them, as they are the inferior being. Now, Jezebel will stick around here for a little bit longer. We will have to talk to Jezebel, and we'll have to get, or not Jezebel, have to talk to Ada once more, and we'll have to get that implemented into her to find the Mechanist. But that will have to wait until next time, as I think this is just about enough for today. However, we have a level up. As the last time we leveled up, we were talking about the sneak attacks. So Ninja is staring me right in the face now that we are at level 33. We will take that 3.5 damage, the normal damage, plus the better criticals, plus the critical banker. We are going to be doing a lot of damage output. And it's not that far away from Lone Wanderer rank 3, which will be in 7 more level ups. But we will also be able to do 25% more damage with that. So I am highly looking forward to that. But thanks for joining, and thanks for watching.
What's going on?
And until next time, powering off.